stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Flags behind. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. My name is Tyson Holtz, and I am the Student Council President. Our class has selected 2 students to address us tonight. Aaron Beispier will be attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities this fall with a major in kinesiology. Aaron and I have been friends since elementary school, and she is very outgoing and compassionate. If Aaron has made me realize anything, it is that the seniors of Corlears are really loud criers. The other class speaker is Ian Hamilton. Ian will be majoring in... Hello? Ian. I didn't touch it. That's the second time that's happened to me in like 2 weeks. Okay. Ian will be majoring in journalism at Northern Illinois University. He is unwavering in his loyalty to the teams he supports. Most classes I have with him begin with a 5-minute conversation about the game-winning shot made the night before. Our class has selected these 2 talented individuals with good reason, and I am excited to hear what they have to say. Please give a warm welcome to our first speaker, Aaron Beispier.
Here we are, my fellow classmates. 13 years of school behind us, 4 years of high school gone, finally graduating. It seems like this day has been a long time coming, something we've been counting down to since the day we came into this building. Now we're here, having arrived at our awaited destination. It seems like it's all gone by really fast. Looking back on our class and how we've grown, I can say with confidence, and the teachers can vouch for this, that we really never got into the whole school spirit thing. In fact, there are quite a few nevers that define our class. Never won homecoming, never really knew our class color, never really found a cure for our senioritis. We all knew it, but we didn't seem to mind that much. In fact, we contracted senioritis before the whole thing even started. However, that doesn't mean we won't miss the little things that the school had to offer, like Mr. Judge's laugh, always hearing Miss Fish come down the hallway before you see her, and the lovely Melissa Ryan in the attendance office, always giving you the benefit of the doubt when you call in sick. There's also some things that we're very happy to leave behind, like that freshman body odor, flipped classroom, and the lack of windows throughout this cement block of a school. Yes, Roz did have its ups and downs, but overall I hope it ended up preparing us for college and the workforce. Up until this point, our future has been pretty predetermined. Following the standardized school system, logically one grade leading to the next, our path clearly in front of us. But now here we are, graduating from order, from standardization, from our comfort zones, being pushed into the new, the unfamiliar. For some of us, this is sweet relief, getting out of this closed-minded small town. But for many of us, also fear of the unknown. Regardless, we move on. As we leave, we are expected to know where to go from here, to make up almost all of our future plans for the next 3 or 4 years, and expected that we'll actually make the right decision. We are now expected to give a serious answer about our future. But if you're anything like me, you took a chance, you picked a path like a shot in the dark, and you're going to follow it. And you'll probably end up changing your mind a lot as you go. Now is the time to make mistakes, take chances and learn from them. Because just as fast as the day came, it'll be gone. Nothing but a memory. So many of the decisions you make, and live for your own aspirations in life. As we make these mistakes, take chances, and create memories, remember to always be grateful that we live in a country where we are allowed to be our unique selves, and our individuality in chasing dreams is encouraged and praised. We have opportunities in this country that people around the world don't have. An education worth fighting for, opportunities worth working towards, dreams worth pursuing. That's a luxury we can't take for granted. Take the future on with some confidence. Make mistakes, learn from them, and then make some more, and always follow your heart. Because if all else fails, you can always live in your parents' basement. I decided to end this speech with a few wise words from a man who not only is a fantastic teacher, but an inspiring person. And many of us will miss him very dearly once we leave this school. I asked him if he had any words of advice for this graduating class, and he responded, "Pursue success, which is getting what you want, but do your best to be happy, which is liking what you get." Thank you, Mr. Moon, for those wise words, and congratulations to the class of 2017. We did it.
You wouldn't expect a speech of such importance to start with a story about watching a movie. Yet, in this instance, that's exactly how I intend to start. And hopefully, I'll have said something you find important by the end. During one of my English classes, we were shown the movie Dead Poets Society. At the time, I didn't think much of the movie, aside from the fact that I meant I wouldn't have homework for a few days. But ever since, there's one scene from the movie that has always stayed fresh in my mind. And not just because all the students in it were also unenthusiastic about reading poetry. In it, Robin Williams huddles his students around and says what is probably the movie's most famous line. "We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Poetry, beauty, romance, love. These are what we stay alive for. Life exists, and identity. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse." Now, there's probably a few good reasons that that quote sticks out to me. As a freshman, that part of the movie would have left me wondering what exactly was going on. That's because freshman year is about confusion. When you first arrive at Roz, you're probably worried about making a good impression on your teachers and peers. Fear not, young freshmen, you'll forget all about that when you can't even find your first class. As you get more settled, you'll find yourself facing another one of the conundrums typical to a freshman. What's the difference between A and B lunch? Which classes do I have on which block days? What exactly is the point of RTI? I'll save you a lot of time. You'll never find out the answer to that last one. Before long, you'll find yourself making your way across the building without confusion and finally beginning to feel a little more comfortable. That's when sophomore year hits. Still haven't figured out that movie quote? It's all right, you've got plenty of time. As a sophomore, you're no longer the clueless freshman that the seniors spend so much time ridiculing. However, you haven't yet reached the prestigious status of an upperclassman. This means sophomore year is about trying to make your mark at Roz. It's about courage. During sophomore year, you'll probably make choices that could have a huge impact on the rest of your high school career. If you haven't already, you'll probably join a sport or a club in an attempt to meet new people and broaden your horizons. It's cliche, but hopefully, by the end of this year, you've tried something that's new for you. If you're like me, you might try something like golf. You might not shine during your freshman year, but by sophomore year, you'll be making strides, maybe even meeting a friend or two. Maybe you've even chose to dip your toes into the water of AP classes and all the seemingly hopeless review sessions that they bring along with them. Better yet, you can drive now. Gone are the days of riding with an older sibling or climbing aboard that crowded school bus. Driving means freedom, right? And as a sophomore, the possibilities seem endless. However, if you don't pay too much attention, you may just miss junior year in your blind spot. Junior year is a tough one, and if you're like me, you still have no clue what was happening in that movie from a few years ago. By junior year, you're beginning to realize that the mark you make on Roz isn't nearly important as your sophomore self may have thought. You're quickly seeing that you have bigger goals, dreams, and aspirations for your life than sitting next to the cool kids at lunch. That's why junior year is about choices. During your junior year, you'll probably start making the most important decisions of your life. And sorry, ladies, I'm not talking about picking out your prom dress. During this year, you'll be spending a lot of time wondering what exactly you'll be doing after high school. What careers or colleges are you drawn towards? How should you pursue them? Meanwhile, you're probably taking on your most strenuous load of classes yet. As if that wasn't enough, sports and clubs, as well as your teachers, will now be much more likely to look to you to take on a leadership role. If that seemed like a lot, you might not be ready for what lies ahead during senior year. You may think that senior year should be a walk in the park. You've done confusion, courage, and choices. What more could there be left to accomplish at Roz? Hold on tight, because your senior year, it's about chaos. Senior year is filled with senior pictures, deadlines to apply for colleges, meetings about your graduation caps, deadlines for scholarships, deadlines to pay fees for the graduation caps, interviews for the scholarships, final chances to bump up your ACT, intense preparation for sports, deadlines for AP payments, intense preparation for AP tests, and then, before you know it, it's May. You're sticking a tee in the ground on the final hole at your last high school golf match. Right then, in that moment, you realize what you've been missing all along. As you look around, you realize that life is about poetry, beauty, romance, love. You realize that all along you were working towards something you couldn't even see or understand. The powerful play was going on, and you were merely working to avoid being confused, hoping to be courageous, pushing yourself to make choices, driving yourself to survive the chaos. But to once again reference a movie in this speech, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it. So if I could leave my classmates and everyone here tonight with one final message, it's this. Slow down. Enjoy life's poetry, its beauty, its romance, its love. And never forget to ask, what will your verse be?
as they're getting settled in back there. How about one more nice hand for Mr. Brewer and our band? I always look forward to hearing what our students have to say when they have an opportunity to come to the microphone. I can say that if Tyson and Aaron and Ian are examples of what this class is and what they're about and where they're headed and what they will accomplish, I think we're in good hands. How about one more hand for those guys? Tonight I have the honor of introducing the commencement speaker, and I look forward to doing that in just a minute. I'd like to begin, however, by offering congratulations to our graduates and their families. Graduates, I encourage you to take a moment and look around. Take a look at the people seated right here next to you. Most of you have spent many, many years together. And never again will you be assembled as completely as you are here tonight. You're a special group of folks, and I encourage you to savor the moment. Annually, I refer to our graduates as the keepers of our tomorrow, and again, I think we're in great hands. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each of our employees of the school district. In one way or another, directly or indirectly, each employee of this district has contributed to the success this special group of young people has had and has helped to build the foundation for their future success. In many respects, this ceremony is a celebration of their hard work. Could we give them a hand, please? Similarly, I offer sincere thanks to the businesses and families and all of the citizens of the school district of Reedsburg for the support that you've shown to us and these graduates. Your continued support of this district allows us to prepare young people for a brilliant future. We need your support today more than ever, and we're genuinely grateful. And now to Mrs. Brewer. Mrs. Brewer is a member of our exceptionally strong English department. She's been involved in the lives of these students through the many courses that she's taught, serving as a coach and advisor, through her regular attendance at countless district and community programs and events, and in many other ways. It's clear that she's one of those teachers who can build relationships with students and staff and others, which leads to quality learning experiences for all. I've witnessed her build those relationships as she runs with our cross-country team and through our drama activities, and most beautifully, frankly, through the way that she shares her own children in so many ways through the school and our community. At the same time, she's been known to wander the halls of Reedsburg Area High School wearing a witch's hat and carrying a broomstick. Just one of the many things about which I've simply learned to not ask the question if I really don't want to know the answer. This class has offered a special, well-deserved honor upon a teacher and friend in whom we can all be very proud. Without a doubt, her message will be worthy of our attention, and I encourage us to listen well. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Brewer.
Thank you, Mr. Benson. I'd like to welcome everyone on this exciting and festive evening. Students, staff, family, community, class of 2017, friends. So, 3 years ago, I began having my seniors create bucket lists. They were to write down 3 to 5 things they wanted to achieve in their lives, whether it be about school, career, life in general or personal, whether it be this year or sometime in the future. This was to be their hopes and dreams. Some common responses include to skydive, go to college, get a good job, get an A, pass this class. These bucket lists were posted in the back of the room where the students would regularly see them each day. To introduce this activity, I thought it was only fair that I do the same, both to show the students an example, but also to allow them to get to know me a little better. So I put together my own bucket list with these 4 goals: to write and publish a book, to run a marathon, to take my children to see the castles in England, to speak at a commencement ceremony. Little did I know this final item on my list would be the first checked off. So I'd like to formally thank you, class of 2017, for helping me achieve my first bucket list item, even if for some of you this was merely sweet revenge. Now, this wouldn't be a graduation speech unless I mentioned at least a few things about the class of 2017. First, I would be remiss if I did not mention the one thing I will not miss about this class, and that would be your prideful attitude about your class's lack of school spirit and general lack of urgency to do anything. But then that has been the one true thing that seemed to bring all of you together. So I guess there's something to be said about that, hey? But more importantly, things I will miss. The excitement of stickers and good news postcards. Who knew such small things could bring such great joy to 16, 17, and 18-year-olds? I will miss my RTI members. 4 years, some of you have been hanging out in my classroom. We have had some fantastically frank and honest conversations. I will miss my wild and wacky Brit Lit classes. Each day has been a creative surprise this year. I will miss my ICRW classes and all the horrifying, bizarre things that many of you have said and done this year. Don't worry, your secrets are safe with me. And finally, I will actually miss all the truly awkward, unintentional things I have said in class this year and last year. I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. But while it's fine to reminisce, my main focus for you folks tonight is not about who you have been in high school, it's about who you will become after high school. Advice for achieving your dreams. First of all, you can't do everything alone. I'm 42 years old, 19 years into teaching, 11 years into parenting, and I'm still learning this. Please learn this sooner than your old English teacher. Accept help from others. There's no shame in that. You did not get to this moment all by yourself, and you won't get to the next moment or place in life alone either. I certainly learned that when many of you helped me with my bucket list accomplishment. Also, don't be afraid. I've spent a large part of my life afraid, particularly afraid to let my voice be heard. Ironic right now, isn't it? So tonight, I challenge you to not be afraid to let your voice be heard. And if not your voice, then let it be through your actions, your talents, your skills, whatever you are blessed with. You are, each one of you, so special. You see, I want to read about you in the paper, preferably not the police report. I want to hear about you in the news. I want to see your accomplishments shared on Facebook. I want to read tweets about your amazingness. I want you to come back and share with me the good news, not apologize for the bad stuff. I want to know what you checked off your bucket list. Because folks, to bring a cliche running statement into the mix, and how can I not? It's not where you place in the race, it's that you finished. Or better yet, that you had the courage to start the race in the first place. It's about what you want to accomplish in life and that you do it. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe 40 years from now. The when doesn't matter. What matters is that it happens at all. Now, having shared a few pieces of my own advice for achieving your dreams, let me share with you advice from some of the dearest people in my life, those who raised me. Because I would not be who I am today without them, and quite frankly, it might explain a few things. We'll start with my mother. Her advice comes through action, not specific words. I was lucky enough to watch my mom become an independent self-advocate. From things as simple as purchasing a record, to opening her own checking account, to traveling on her own, I learned that I am not defined by other people. I learned to embrace who I am as a person and that sometimes you need to be a little sassy to make yourself heard. Not everything in life is roses. And clearly no surprise to many of you who have witnessed my sarcasm, my snarkiness, my saltiness. I have taken those things to heart, as should you from time to time. From my sister, I learned that if you don't know what you're doing, fake it until you do. She's a master at this. You won't know everything you need to know all the time, but you will learn it eventually if it's important. From my father, a man of many quotes, one that stays with me, haunts me more like, is, you pays your money, you takes your chances. You don't always know the outcome in life. In fact, you rarely, if ever, do. So life is about taking chances. Sometimes they'll pay off, sometimes they won't. But you'll never know unless you try. And finally, from my brother. The coolest big brother a little sister could have ever asked for. And I can't quote directly, but I think you'll know what I mean. Stuff happens, and then you die. I know. Ironically, he had no idea how true those words would be. You see, his life was cut much too short due to someone else's mistake. Life is short, friends. Sometimes shorter for some than others. But you don't know which it will be for you. So you better make darn sure to take advantage of whatever time you have. You all have a chance to make a clean start after today. Whatever nicknames, titles, stereotypes have followed you for the past 1, 4, 12 years, now's your chance to start fresh if you choose. Now more than ever is your time to truly embrace who you are as a person. So don't waste a minute, my friends. Not one blessed minute. And now, some final advice from a favorite song, which helps me in times of sadness, anxiety, anger, fatigue, stress, a long day at work. A little something by Mr. Bob Marley, entitled 3 Little Birds. Maybe you've heard it before. Some of it goes like this. Rise up this morning, smiled with the rising sun, and 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. Class of 2017, with absolutely no sarcasm for a change, I wish you the best of luck. Blessings, my friends, and peace out.
How about one more round of applause for the chamber singers? It's great to see the young people perform the way they can perform. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Reedsburg School District, I want to welcome all of you, parents, grandparents, friends, and our graduates. Class of 2017, tonight this gym and the overflow in the Cal Center are your family, your friends, and our district staff. All of them are here for this special event. Please find some time to thank those that have assisted you in reaching this milestone in your life. It could be one of your parents, it could be one of your teachers, or it could be just a good friend that helped you get through to this. Tonight would be a good time to find them and thank them for all they've done. District staff, all of you have helped these our graduates make it to tonight's journey. On behalf of the Board of Education, we want to thank you for your continued commitment to this great district and, more importantly, these young adults. All of you have touched these graduates in a positive way and have assisted them in reaching this goal tonight. The vast majority of you sitting in the stands are taxpayers in the district. I need to thank you also for your financial support. Without your support, we would not be able to do the great things that happen in our buildings day in and day out. Thank you for your continued support. As most of you know, earlier this year we assembled a Community Facility Committee to assist the Board Administration on evaluating our building and making recommendations for our district, for what our district should be like in the near future. If you are on that committee, we owe you a special thank you for all of the time you've invested. Your recommendations are invaluable as we move forward. Almost all of you in the district have had the opportunity to complete a survey. We've received a better than expected return of those surveys. The survey results have provided some great guidance for the board in making some very difficult decisions in the coming weeks. Thank you again for taking the time to complete the survey. Class of 2017, the night is all about you. I'm sure some of your parents have thought that has been your opinion all along and not just about tonight. But tonight, you are the reason we're all here. Graduating from high school is a major accomplishment. It's one of the first steps in becoming successful. Without a high school diploma, you would be limited in your options going forward. I know that some of you are extremely high achievers. Others are probably more like myself when I graduated from Reb. Just glad to be done. No matter how you got to this point, your high school diploma is something that no one can take away from you. Whatever your plans are going forward, your life as you have known it will change, and it will be different. Success can be measured in many ways. So whether you go on and graduate from a four-year college, a tech school, enter the military, or head directly into the workforce, all of you can make your mark on the world. I've had the pleasure to know several of you as you were growing up, but I have known one of you since you were very young, and now I need to look up to you in more ways than one. And last, yes, Libby, as you have often reminded me, I am old, or at least I'll admit to getting older, but I do still go to work. I know that this class has had some exceptionally gifted members. Whether it be in the classroom or an extracurricular activity, you have had success. However, it is not easy to be a perfectionist, so don't be too hard on yourselves when things don't go quite as planned, and that will happen. There are the little lessons in life. These are the little lessons that life has to offer, and you can learn from them. You can learn from everything that happens in your life. Take advantage of those lessons. The most important person you can let down is yourself. I happened upon this quote that seemed fitting for this evening. The way to be happy is to like yourself, and the way to like yourself is to do only the things that make you proud. Be proud of yourself, support your friends, make new friends, be proud of your country. As crazy as it seems, it is still the best country to live in. And finally, this is one of those times in a parent's life that you make us worry. Similar to homecoming, winter carnival, prom, We are always glad when you get home safely. Unlike others, this celebration is not just one evening. So in the coming days and weeks, as you celebrate with your friends and your classmates, take care of one another, and most importantly, arrive home safely. Congratulations.
Seems like it's that time, huh, class? It is my distinct pleasure at this time to announce to everyone assembled here that this fine group of young men and women have met the local, regional, and state requirements to graduate from Reedsburg Area High School. So without further ado, let's do what we came to do and give out some diplomas, people. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the class of 2017 Reedsburg Area High School. Hannah Noelle Ackerman. Diane Elizabeth Adabin. Tanner W. Andres. Kaylin M. Arrowwood. Alex Nathaniel Baker. Ross John Baldwin. Alexis Morgan Batts. Carlos Alex Batista. Alexandra Braylon Beasley. Erin Nicole Beispear. Scarlett S. Bell. Anthony Santiago Benitez. Jasmine Grace Bjorklund. Maria Nicole Blatt. Tabitha J. Bloss. Tyler J. A. Boyd. Andrea Julia Branstead. Jacob Michael Braun. Tanner J. Bry. Brian B. Brooks. Samuel E. Brueggemann. Aaron Riley Brunner. Abby Ray Bulow. Alicia Rose Bullen. Shyla Brianne Card. Matthew T. McCain. right. Mackenzie Lynn Carpenter. Hugh Davis Champagne. Lucy Alexis Check. Sarah A. Christensen. J.C. Lee Klein.
That's me.
Colin Michael Crolius. Renee Marie De Jesus. Austin J. Denman. Samuel D. Dennis.
Oh my goodness.
Drew Derek Douglas. Jeremiah Johann Dunst Jr. Shane Ashton Elizabeth Dunst. Alicia May Ellefson. Jessica D. Marie Emanuele. Jenna Renee Engel. William D. Ennis. Cole M. Erickson. Harrison M. Ernstmeyer. Lauren Lynn Evans. Allison Rose Even. Rachel Lynn Fabry.
My middle name is Austin.
Cole Austin Farber. Hannah Kathleen Feller. Spencer Allen Fetting. Aaron Emil Finkel. Spencer T. Fitzgerald. Haley Miranda Fox. Dalton M. Frank. Luke Michael Freedy. Blake A. Fry. Sydney Scott Fry. Cassandra A. Fuller. John Riley Fouche. Amber Marie Gaybelt. Lydia J. Gall. Dylan Joseph Ganem. Gabrielle Nicole Goff. Can I get one in? Dawson A. Gonderman. Jenna Lynn Greenwood. Spencer A. Greenwood. Daniel C. Grohl. Dalton R. Hahn. Quincy L. Hahn. Ian B. Hamilton. Sierra Jade Harris. Trey W. Hagen. Ian R. Held.
What's that? Helmid. Helmid. Okay.
Brockton Robert Helmid. Jacob A. Hilgendorf. Dustin R. Hinsey. Ashley J. Hafes. Dane M. Hoekstra. Kayla L. Hoyleen. Jared K. Holby. Adrian J. Holston. Aisha D. Holtz. Tyson Thomas Holtz. Traven Thomas Dean Huber. Alexis N. Johnson. Christopher Kelly Johnson. Christopher Michael Jones. Taylor Darlene Jones. Levi Kemerainen.
Finland rocks!
It's true. Andrew J. Caro. Benjamin James Kellner. Hannah M. Klingbeil. Amara Lee Knott. Joseph David Kinnicky. Elizabeth Ann Kowalski. Trevor A. Kroon. Kylie Elizabeth Kurtenbach. Bailey Jo Muriel Labansky.
How you doing?
Joseph W. Lamb. Aaron M. Lee. Nicholas R. Lewandowski. Raya Catherine Light. Scott Martin Loye. Grace Elizabeth May Lovelace. Ashley Renee Lund. Alicia Nicole Marshall. Alexandra Fair Martin. William John Maurer.
You nervous?
No.
Leonard Michael Mayer V. Christine Cecilia McCann. Samantha Nicole McCann. Aramis A. McNerlin. Gunnar D. McSweeney. Marissa Dawn Miller. Sydney Jean Miner. Isabel Monzis. Isaac A. Mwakisunga. Mac Riley Nelson. Martin P. Olajic. Azaria Raquel Osgood. Micah A. Paul. Kevin T. Parento. Paige Lynn Pollock. Ava Maria Pence. Colton Thomas Michael Pepper. Alexis M. Peters. Elizabeth M. Peterson. Micah Andrew David Peterson. Sarah Lynn Petsky. Mariah Kayanne Pfeffelis. Jacob A. Pickle. Tessa Rose Pawanski. Karis Ann Katrina Kramer Polke. Patrick William Pollard. Victoria Nicole Poole. Cameron H. Porter. Brayton A. Putz.
I didn't think it'd be real.
Morgan L. Raybuck. Gerardo Angel Ramirez. Charity Eve Wright. Matthew Kenneth Reinfeldt. Michaela Anna Mae Robinson. Marina Elizabeth Rockweiler.
Thank you.
Ross M. Roker.
I know you're happy to see me. No, me either. That's what Jaeger says, so.
Ian Henry Rogers. Caleb Henry Rops. Samantha Reese. Leah Jean Sass. Savannah Mora Schmelzer. Danielle L. Schmidt. Jessica Lauren Schultz. Catherine Ann Schultz. Brady C. Schutz. Ruben Sealander. Alec B. Severson. Kaylee R. Shimnock. Dakota A. Schrader. Claire R. Seamandel. Cammie Jo Simpson. Morgan Collette Norma Smith. Alicia Marie Snell. Claire Allison Sprecher. Cody D. Steiner. Dominic Michael Stoffels. Hunter Daniel Strait. Jessica Rose Swaggle. Trevor N. Thorpe. Yu Chen Tung. Michaela Shirley Van Treese.
Boyts, yeah.
Gotcha. Dalton M. Boyts. Alex Robert Westfall. Benjamin Frederick Witters. Denise Ashley Yarrington. Robert William Ingsdahl. Don't forget to do that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel R. Zekas.